very interesting time now, and boy, you don't know what's going to happen. I know that I'm proud of it. I know that we've done everything we can. I really don't know how people are going to react to this thing. This could be anything from a flop to a moderate single to something that it's beyond what people's expectations are. You never know. You never know.
Good luck keeping on.
We were in our own slipstream of feeling like we were doing something a little bit special and different, but the full circle of seeing that audiences were reacting to it the way we had hoped they would was powerful.
I had two dreams when we started this a little over 10 years ago at Marvel Studios. One was that Iron Man worked. The other one was that we could build something that was as expansive and as experiential as what people who've read comics over the years could get.
I had a lot of faith in Kevin Feige and the people at Marvel. You want to give them everything you got, because they're going to give everything they got.
This was a whole new journey. By the first Avengers, I thought, oh wow, I think we're onto something here.
Just seeing the characters together, there's something viscerally awesome about it. And I think that's why the minute Sam Jackson showed up at the end of Iron Man 1, whether people had read comics or not, who is that? What does that mean? Why is he here? And then Tony Stark appearing at the end of The Incredible Hulk.
If I told you we were putting a team together, who's we?
Those seem like just the tiniest of things compared to where we are now, but those were the foundations that led us here.
The cutting-edge concept behind the Marvel Universe is this massive organism of shifting parts and new ideas.
How do we do this?
As a team.
Sarah Finn is responsible for all of these amazing actors and actresses that we brought into this.
I think after the first Avengers, people realized that this was not just an ordinary comic book movie, that there was really a lot of thought and a lot of care and a lot of passion that's going into each and every one of these films. And there's also some joy. I think when the actors are having fun and creating these characters, the audiences feel that.
Let's do a dance-off!
It's fulfilling that those characters have just spoken to so many people all over the world.
We are Groot.
I love the fact that we've been all given the opportunity to do something different, put our sort of ideas forward and attack a character again, and hopefully advance on that and bring something unique to it each time.
It's wonderful to be able to play this iconic character that means so much to people, and I really have to thank the audiences for that because they embraced my portrayal of her from the beginning.
Final fitting. What do you think? Questions, comments, concerns?
And allowed me to walk in Natasha's shoes and kick ass in them too.
I can tell you that each and every one of us is so grateful. Our lives are monumentally changed by our involvement in this world. To have taken such an instrumental role in what Marvel has done in the past 10 years is just so incredibly meaningful to us.
It's a cool experiment to be a part of. It's epic and classical. These characters are mythological characters in a lot of ways.
So I love all of you, and I look forward to seeing many of you as we trudge this road of happy destiny.
It's nice to look at how the legacy is living on in these other movies and other filmmakers.
I don't think this has ever happened before in cinematic history of all these different franchises colliding and all these storylines that have started such a long time ago have all woven together.
Who the hell are you guys?
As the films have progressed with Civil War and now Infinity War, we're just going to continue to surprise people.
There was an idea
To bring together a group of remarkable people.
to see if we could become something more.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
Avengers Infinity War is by far the most ambitious movie we've ever made. It really is the start of the culmination of, at this point, 19 Marvel Cinematic Universe films, and will feature almost every hero that we've introduced into the universe all in one movie. One of the great joys of reading a Marvel comic is flipping through a Spider-Man comic and suddenly the Hulk appears. That is great fun, and up to that point, it had never been done in a movie before. which is why 10 years ago, Sam Jackson walked into Tony Stark's living room and said, you're part of a bigger universe, you just don't know it yet. And now here we are 10 years later, and everybody knows it.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow.
We look at all the different aspect ratios, but the pure form and the biggest form with all of the information is that IMAX frame. So there are things happening above and below frames that if you're not seeing in IMAX, you're not seeing it. We filmed a cool thing once with Benedict Cumberbatch being Doctor Strange and pushing the frame up. What's fun with Infinity War is that's the entire film. Because when you have a storyline this big, and when you have the promise of a culmination of all these different storylines, we wanted to tell it in the biggest format possible.
The end is near.
The IMAX screen has a different height than a traditional movie screen. Those that go to an IMAX theater will see a much taller view of the image. So if you're in a traditional theater, it's going to be narrower. If you're in an IMAX theater, it's going to be expanded. There's more information in the frame. There's more storytelling to look at. You see more of the characters, you see more of their powers, you see more of the scale of the film. So it's just presented on a much grander frame than a traditional movie theater.
We got one advantage. He's coming to us. We have what Thanos wants, so that's what we use.
We have characters in this movie like Thanos who are taller than normal human beings are. When you're framing those kind of characters in the same frame, it can become really challenging with a normal aspect ratio to like hold those height differentials in a single frame. And it forces you into certain angles and certain types of frames and lens choices. And having that extra verticality, like Joe was talking about, gives us a wider range of how we frame and how we shoot these characters, how we present them in the same frame together.
When you sit in an IMAX theater, it takes up your entire field of vision. And you begin to forget that there even are borders. And you're in the entire movie. And as a filmmaker, that's what you want the audience to experience. Having more information, having technology at our disposal is just storytelling freedom. And having the enormity of the frame that IMAX delivers just gave Joe and Anth more room to tell their story. It really is the difference when we go through and work on the movie. You can hear an audible gasp in the visual effects room where everybody goes, and you suddenly see the whole thing. It comes down to the difference between watching a frame and experiencing a world.
I hope they remember you.
How is this dude still alive?
He is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man. A handsome, muscular man. I'm muscular.
Here we are on the set of Avengers. I've been lucky enough, along with other Guardians of the Galaxy, to join up with the Avengers and be here and get an opportunity to save the world.
Does it make you an Avenger now as well?
I don't know. I hope. Maybe like a third string Avenger, yeah.
I was one of the founding members, so.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, so he's huge.
You know, out of all of the people that I've had the good fortune to work with, these two particular guys and the triumvirate that we formed together, it's very special friendship and decade plus of time together.
Go team, yeah!
It's been this witnessing of like people's lives growing and changing. It's been a really cool experience.
Working with Lizzie has been really, really awesome. And I think there is something very powerful about being able to play women who do heroic things. And those women are so awesome, so we've had a really good time.
Hanging out with everyone on the set is one of the best parts of this job, actually, because it does have this kind of large, extended family feel.
I had a bit of a bucket list. I wanted to work with Pratt because I thought he'd be good fun. Proven completely wrong on that front. He was arduous and boring and not particularly funny.
Boom! Well, at first blanch, it's hard to know what to make of Cumberbatch. And then the more time I spent with him on and off set, I just kind of infatuated with this guy.
I was thinking, you know, the journey that Robert Downey Jr. has made, he's the godfather of all this.
It has literally been the adventure of a lifetime. I get a little misty thinking about it. So, you know, I lucked out.
him, he only ever had one goal. To wipe out half the universe. If he gets all the Infinity Stones, he can do it with the snap of his fingers. Just like that.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
We got one advantage. He's coming to us. We have what Thanos wants, so that's what we use.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow.
The end is near. When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. I hope they remember you.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.